Truax, in your mind, how do you see the path to victory against Caleb Plant? Not giving away your game plan, but how do you see you being able to pull off the W and once again become?
Caleb Plant's a good fighter. He's got good speed. He's got good ring IQ, and I'm gonna have to be at my best to beat him. And I feel at my best. I feel healthy, and I feel my pressure and my experience and just my determination is what's gonna lead me to be successful.
Go ahead and talk with Caleb Plant. Can you tell us about where the if you just want to go ahead and tell us specifically? But I believe that there was a tweet that Caleb Truax, and Caleb, I will let you respond to this, but for Caleb Plant, the champ, the tweet that was sent out a few years ago, did you use it as bulletin material heading into this fight against your challenger?
Yeah, that's something that's definitely been a motivating factor. With only 11 fights, wherever he was in his career, whatever he was doing, for him to, hope that I get knocked out or, only room enough for one Caleb or whatever silly shit he was saying, instead of wishing for somebody else to knock you, step up and do it. That's big talk come from someone who had as many fights as you have when I only have 11 fights. Why would someone like me even be on your radar at a point in time like that? But now, look, the tables are turned and all that my determination and, my pressure, every guy I fight, they've had determination. Every guy I fight, they come to bring the pressure. Every guy I fight, they come to walk me down. They come to cut off the ring. And what happens? I wind up throwing more punches than them. I wind up landing more punches than them, whether it's Jose Uzcategui or any of the last two guys I fought. So, all that sounds good. It sounds good for the media, but when that bell rings, it's a different story.
Personally, even a few years ago, now that you're the champ, you're like, all right, now is my opportunity to go ahead and, not prove myself, but make him pay for that tweet that you didn't take too kindly.
What's the question?
So now you get your opportunity to be able to go ahead and inflict some quote unquote revenge and stuff against Truax for what he said.
Yeah, I mean, what you said, I get to go in there and make him rethink about talking to me like that.
Respond the challenger from Minnesota, Caleb Truax. I want you to tell your side of the story. So can you go ahead and expound on that?
Yeah, I remember now that it's been brought back up, I remember why I tweeted that is because he was in the ring with a guy that had no business being in the ring with, and I didn't like the way he was showing him up, and so I was cheering for the other guy. But that was a long time ago, and the great thing about boxing is we get to settle it like men in the ring.
You don't like how I'm showing them up. I'm supposed to let it be closer than that, like some of your fights. I'm supposed to just get in there and be boring and, not have any wow factor just because you can't do those things, just because you've never done any of those things to any level of opponent that you've ever fought. So just because I can get in there and do those things, you got an issue with that?
I just go do my work and get the wins. I don't need to show nobody up, man.
How's that worked out for you?
Especially a person that had no business being in the ring with you.
How many guys have you been in that haven't had business being in there with you?
Lots of them.
Yeah, lots of them, exactly. I had no business being in there with you. Lots of them, exactly. But just because you can't do those things doesn't mean that you should be hating on me that I can do those things, because I'm going to show you up the same way I showed him up.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
Okay, we will see. I'm going to show you up just like I showed him up.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, and just because you can't do those things don't mean that you need to – you've been in the ring with plenty of people that didn't have no business being in there with you.
Vlad, what do you want to do to Caleb Truax on Saturday night? Caleb, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Caleb Plant, champ, what do you want to do to Caleb Truax on Saturday night?
It's going to be a dominant performance, and he's getting stopped. So either his towel can throw in the ring, either his team can throw in the towel, or I'll throw in the towel for him, or the ref can step in and do his job.
Your response to that?
I want to win, man. Any way it takes. That's how I approach all my fights. I just want to win. I don't care how it goes. I just want to win.
Sounds good. You want to win. I'm going to win. There's a big difference.
All right, man.
Yep. All right, man. See you on Saturday. And remember the tweet that you said, because I'm gonna remind you that in there, all that determination you got, cutting off the ring, coming to fight me. You done piss me off now.
Hi, brother.
Yeah.
You have fought overseas. You know, you fought some high-level guys over the course of your career. Do you think that your experience will play a factor in this fight?
I believe so. I mean, I've been in the ring with the better fighters, and I've had more fights, and I'm a veteran, and that's what boxing is all about is gaining experience and doing those things in the ring. So I think I'll play a big factor.
What do you want to go ahead and respond with in the sense that, you know, the experience factor in terms of what he just, you know, stated?
At 19 years old, he had just started boxing. At 19 years old, I was a Golden Glove national champion, 5-time world champion, 9-time national champion. I then had international duels, Team USA duels, been to plenty of national tournaments. Everybody that I fight has more fights than me. As a pro, everybody that I fought has had more experience than me as a pro. But just because you got more fights does not mean that you have more experience than me or that you're better than me. And he's not my toughest opponent. Jose Uzcategui is my toughest opponent. And like I said, I'm going to go – whoever I fought when he was tweeting about me, he didn't like how I was showing him up. I'm going to show him up the same way. So